Hello friend, how is it going? Welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Today in my shop we have this channel subscribers. Beauty, huge truck. She's a tank. 2007 Toyota Tundra 4-wheel drive SR5 with that wonderful iForce 5.7 liter V8 engine. And he came back, he was here for inspection. We did a transmission flush in the past. The truck has 199,000 miles. She ran perfectly, but there is a problem with an engine oil leak. And when everything was still together, looking through all these little angles and so on, I first thought that he has that timing chain cover oil leak. The oil was visible on both sides where the timing chain cover meets the engine. So I was like, the worst of the worst, we will be doing that job, which is very time consuming. The parts from Toyota, well, they have a list. That's a $500 easily, because it's always good to replace the thermostat and water pump, the coolant pump, if it wasn't done recently. If it, let's say, old 5 years, why you will not replace it with OEM parts? So that was the worst scenario. Fortunately for the owner, after removing all these parts which are in the view, in the way, and they are all over the shop right now, fortunately it's something else, and I would like to show you that. I prepared the lights inside there. Here you can see the parts removed, and because of that you get a better view. You suddenly can see things which were obstructed before. So I hope I will squeeze this camera there and you will be able to see the oil leaks. So basically, I will say it from beginning. It was leaking from behind that harmonic balancer, or Toyota will still call it main crank pulley. It was leaking from behind where there is a seal, which you can still see. It's not removed. You see that kind of brownish part with all that mess and oil all over. It was from there, and as the main crank rotates and the fan, the cooling fan, which is missing, which is right there, just to make clear everybody understands, as that keeps rotating, the oil, instead of just going only down and be visible on the bottom, the oil starts traveling everywhere. Hopefully you can see how bad it is everywhere. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully I put enough light. So this is definitely degreasing job, cleaning job, because we love this Tundra. The owner loves it. It's a great, cool truck. So it needs some cleaning. By the way, this is the water pump pulley. Maybe you can see that icing written there. So that can be, that's a choice, that's preventative. He wants to keep this truck for a long time. The pump wasn't done recently, so since everything is off, I will be dealing with it. But look how much mess all over, everywhere, all the way to the edges of the engine it traveled, and it's from this spot. Now let's go to see how that seal, because you can see there is a space between main crank, how that seal is actually sealing. Let's go look together on that harmonic balancer. And that harmonic balancer is heavily damaged. Not only it was visible here on the front that this little chunk was missing, right? So you will say, hey, it's kind of full of oil, Other than that, obviously it's fine. But what you cannot see when, again, it's in the vehicle still, you cannot see the back. Look how the chunks of that rubber, it's falling apart. It wasn't doing any bad vibrations yet, but that unfortunately aftermarket Doorman, it's $300. I called Toyota and I can have the Doorman overnight, so this can be fixed tomorrow. Believe it or not, OEM Toyota from the dealer. I was just a couple of minutes ago quoted approximately $660, including a tax, and it's not available on the West Coast where we are. It will actually take like 3 days to get it here. Now, do you see that oily area? That's actually where that seal is, how it is sealing. As we discussed, the seal is made on the harmonic balancer, and the seal is not touching that main crank itself. So this is how it's designed on this engine. We said it's a iForce 5.7 liter V8, or we can call it 3UR-FE. So I want to share this with you. These are the things which you run into. Sometimes we might think the problem is elsewhere, and only after you take it completely apart and you create the space for inspection, you start seeing all the details and you know where it's coming from. And that was another tech video for you on this Toyota maintenance channel. Thank you for watching. If you like it, give it a thumb up. And please be subscribed. I have way more coming your way soon. See you later, my friend.